Hello and welcome to Chatterboxes, your favourite Quays programme.
Yes, coming up today we have all things adrenalising, exciting and much more.
First, yesterday voters across the nation cast their ballots. Voting was held for local councillors, mayors, Scottish Parliament MPs and Welsh Assembly members.
Polls were open from 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. All Greater Manchester councils were elected new members, one in each ward, to serve a 4-year term. The local election count was held overnight and results being released in the early hours of this morning.
Salford are...
And the Borough Council count. In this stage, we will sort the ballot papers into...
But there will be no Police and Crime Commissioner election this year in Greater Manchester. The new regional mayor is taking over those duties. So where do things currently stand?
Well, with the most recent now across Greater Manchester, Labour have maintained control. They've gained an extra council but lost several seats to the Conservatives, Lib Dems and UKIP.
With results currently available from 95 councils, Labour have 50, the Conservatives have 24 and the Lib Dems have 2. There are 19 councils that have no overall control.
Now, earlier on in the week, we assembled a team of Quays reporters to take on to Manchester's newest attraction, Escape Room. Let's see how they get on.
I'm here today at Escape Room Manchester to check out a new craze that will give you an adrenaline rush. I've assembled a crack team of Quays News reporters and crews to help me break out of prison. We have 60 minutes. Let's go check it out. So what is Escape Room Manchester?
So Escape Room is a concept where you're trapped inside of a game for 1 hour and your task is to escape that game in less than an hour, and each game has a different theme as well.
So what themes do we have here in Manchester then?
So we have 5 different themes in this building. We've got the mummy, which is like you're trapped in an ancient Egyptian tomb. We've got the prison break, which is trapped in a Wild West jail cell. We've got the slaughterhouse, that's you're trapped inside of a murderer's basement. We have room 13, so you're trapped inside a haunted hotel. And finally, we've got the secret lab, and that's a mashup between a zombie infection and a mad scientist scenario.
I understand they have different difficulties. Is one harder than the other, and what sort of challenges will you have to face in the rooms?
Yep, so we've got 3 levels of difficulty here. We've got level 3 games, 2 level 4 games, and 2 level 5 games as well. So each one presents a different challenge, and you can try the easier games if you've not done anything like this before, progress into the harder games, but all the games have got different puzzles inside. Some are practical, some are mental, some involve numbers and words, and some involve colours. So there's a lot of different things so different players can find their expertise.
So do people actually not escape the room? Do people actually get stuck in there?
There are unfortunately some that don't escape. The games are designed to be challenging, so while you've got a good chance of doing so, it is designed so that is hard to do sometimes.
So when did Escape Rooms Manchester open?
So this one's been here since January of 2015.
And it's quite a new craze. How did it come about?
Yeah, it's fairly new, so we've been here for just over a year. The concept has been in the UK for a little bit longer than that, but it's been really popular in Eastern Europe and in Asia before that as well, and it's just spread west, so it's really popular in the UK right now.
So we've escaped, but literally with 30 seconds to spare. I'm not even joking. It was really tense and our hearts were beating quite fast. But it was good fun. It was challenging but funny. And yep, we'd definitely recommend it. We can't wait to come back and check out another theme.
That certainly looked a bit intense there, and we had about 30 seconds to spare. One of the prison breakers, Meg Lee, is actually with us in the studio, and you're going to discuss what actually went on. So what actually happened when you were in there? What did it feel like?
So it was intense. There was music, which it kind of scared us all a little bit. The door wasn't actually locked. So it didn't give a full sense of you were locked in.
Oh, right, okay, so could you just literally walk out if you wanted to?
Yeah, but because you pay, there's no point, you'd lose your money then. So, yeah, it was good. It was all pitch black. It was one room with like 2 separate parts, and you had to just escape through like the iconic prison. So you had to
What
escape
sort of things
through.
did you have to try and do to try and escape? What were the activities?
It was like problem solving, so it was like decoding and a lot of maths. You had to add
I'm not
up.
good at maths. So I'm not being any
I
good
wasn't
at that.
either.
Are you alright, maths?
I'm all right with that, yeah. But I mean, we've got a little picture here
Yeah.
behind, so you're all looking really smiley and happy. But you know, you said obviously there was a door in there and it wasn't real. But does it feel real when you're in there?
It did feel, because you get into the zone of it, into the zone of the pitch black, and just because you want to get out, so you're looking for keys, and you do get into the zone of it, and then you escape, and you're just like, oh, relief. And you're given a scenario as well, so that kind of mentally helps you get into that zone. So it's good.
So what was the scenario? Just basically in a prison.
Yeah, you were in a prison cell, and you needed to escape, but you had the prison officer was on her lunch for an hour. Hence, she had the 60 minutes to get out.
Oh, okay.
So it was like her hour break, and then you had to escape.
I see.
Would you go again then? Do some of the other?
Yeah.
scenarios?
They've got 5 rooms, different difficulties. So I think I'd go back and try the higher difficulty. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Meg. Really good speaking to you, and I'll give it a try later. Right?
Yeah.
The sounds from the other city festival took place in Salford this week. Kiva went down to see what it's all about.
Hi, I'm Vanessa in Mill, Salford, where today marks the 12th instalment of the Sounds of the Other City Music Festival. The festival has been held over in 17 stages, showcasing new and upcoming talents from Salford and other parts of Manchester.
Sounds from the Other City Festival is a celebration of new music and performance with some of the city's finest independent promoters, collectives and club nights. The 17 different stages included old mills, breweries, pubs and churches. I spoke to Sarah Graham, just one of the promoters who helped with the festival.
The promoters here, so we've got our disco going, it's going on till 12, so everyone should come down.
What makes this festival different from any other festival, like from Manchester?
The total DIY setup, like it's pretty smooth now, but back in the day, there was people doing barbecues by candlelight, so we've been coming since the beginning. I think it's the 12th year now, so yeah, it's just a really nice one, and it's out of Manchester but on the cusp of Manchester, so I think everyone just likes to come down to this end, and like this pub's brilliant, the ales are on, like they've got about 200 ales to choose from. We've got all the locals that come in the pub Monday to Friday are in having a dance with us. I think that's what's the good thing about the festival. Everyone's involved and everyone enjoys the day. Glad it's not snowing.
The Sounds from the Other City Festival happens here every May on the bank holiday weekend. Some artists now known internationally, including Alt J, the Ting Tings and Jane Weaver, have all played here in the historic Chapel Street, Salford, and tonight it is home to the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra.
Kiva McGonigal, Quays News.
We're now joined by Jack in the studio to discuss this week's upcoming comedy events. First up, Eddie Izzard is performing, and well, as if 27 marathons in 27 days wasn't enough for him as a challenge, he's decided to perform in 3 languages.
Yeah, he's doing 3 shows back to back. It's £15 a ticket. I think they're all sold out now. It's this evening. And he's doing French, English and German. If comedy isn't hard enough doing it in one language, he's going one step further and doing it in different languages. I don't know how he's doing it, really.
And they're all sold out. So, I mean, there's people, obviously, who, I don't know, do they speak French or they just want to experience Eddie Izzard in another language?
I don't know, because I did want to go see it in French to see kind of what it's like, seeing the rhythm of it all, because it must be completely different to like the English
that's
rhythm.
sort of learning comedy like 3 different times, isn't it, over? Because you can't just, obviously our comedy will be completely different to French or any other language, so it must be pretty hard for him to try and grasp not only the language but comedy as well.
Like, I struggle getting laughs in English, let alone doing it in French and German. So
yeah, well, I mean, he went to Paris and Berlin to learn the language. I know relatives who went to see him in German, and he struggled at first, but he really, I mean, the commitment he can put to a cause, whether it's marathons or languages.
It's like starting from scratch, basically. Yeah. And speaking of starting from scratch, there's a new comic supporting Chris Ramsey tomorrow at the Manchester Academy, and he's doing his first solo show at the Lowry next week. It's about wrestling. You don't have to be a wrestling fan to see it, though. It's like a little show about a guy achieving his dream that he had as a child, about becoming a wrestler. Like, he spent 6 months training to be a wrestler, and the show's about that. and doing comedy at the same time.
Well, I'm not into wrestling. I don't know about you, Kate.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give it a miss, that one, I think. I'm not too
Kate
sure.
Troy's a great wrestling name, though. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Now, earlier in the week, Meg Lee visited festival fanatic Amber Lily Golden, bit of a tongue twister there, and got her thoughts about the upcoming Parklife Festival.
With the sunset still to be here this weekend and temperatures reaching higher than Ibiza, people are getting geared up for summer. However, for others, it's festival season. I spoke to Amber earlier about the upcoming Parklife Festival just over a month away. So Amber, are you going to Parklife this year?
Yeah, I got my tickets as soon as they came out. Me and my flat at university are really excited for it.
Are you going to both days?
Yeah, but it's not a camping festival, so every day you have to like come back here or to Manchester or a nearby hotel because it's just in the park and then it shuts at night.
So what acts are playing?
Well, it's mainly DJs and kind of grime and rap artists, but I'm most looking forward to Major Lazer and Diplo. They're like two of my favourite DJs. But there's also like acts like Years and Years who are kind of singy, dancey, so there's something for everyone there.
Have you got any do's or don'ts for festivals?
I'd say do take some wellies, but also some like Converse or trainers because you're going to get muddy either way. Also make sure you take toothpaste because there's no sinks, and like you need to take bottled water as well because you're brushing your teeth out of a bottle and toothpaste. Do what the security say because you see a lot of people getting in trouble or getting kicked out, normally for like being cheeky or rude to them, and they will just kick you out if you do something wrong, so don't risk it. I'd say don't get your hopes up about seeing all the acts that you want to see because once the schedules come out you definitely won't get to see all the people, but just enjoy it and I'm sure you'll have a good time if you're going to a festival.
Parklife is home to a crowd of 70,000 people. The annual event is just over a month away with a lineup including The Chemical Brothers, Major Lazer, Annie Mac and many more. General admission tickets are sold out, leaving only day tickets left, which can be bought via their website at www.parklife.uk.com. Meg Lee, Quays News.
Thanks for that, Meg. Will you be heading over there, Max? Are you wellies on?
No, I haven't got tickets, and well, they're almost sold out, aren't they? But I've got tickets to the Castlefield Bowl, so hopefully that will be super awesome.
Sounds good. Make sure to follow us on all our social media accounts and visit us at quaysnews.net.
Goodbye.
See you later.